evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ray here, back from the Transformers transformation review thing, and a wee bit more than that as well. Because Apeface, obviously, and it is a Redux. Where does that word come from? I'd like to know. Redux. I think this is probably the third time I've done him, but tonight I chose to do him because, well, he was calling to me from the shelf. He was kind of here somewhere. You can just about see Snapdragon in there. And he stands next to him because they're friends. Yes, they stand beside each other in school and stuff. Anyway, so I'm doing custom. I'm attempting a custom. I say attempting custom. This is will be the third time, but this one's kind of like an overhaul. This is going to be a total repaint. So I'm repainting an Optimal Optimus. Or the guts of an Optimal Optimus. Sorry, not his insides. But I just don't have his accessories. Those blast shields. Fucking blast shields. They're a pain in the ass, aren't they? And I'm missing his missiles. I have an Optimal Optimus. Where is he? I'm not sure. He's up there. Probably over there somewhere. But this guy doesn't have some of his accoutrements. Which is fine, because they just fucking get in the way. So I want to make it a triple changer. So, Apeface review, Redux, and showing you the Optimal Optimus and my plans for it. Because obviously, not obviously, but I've changed slightly the modes. I've got rid of the ground assault mode. Excuse me, because I can take or leave it anyway. And it's the hyper attack assault jet thingy looks pretty much like it anyway. So let's call it 3 modes. That's what I want to call it. So I'm going to start with a little Apeface here. He is in the realm of triple changers. He is easily my favorite. Him and Snapdragon. The other triple changers, the smaller ones, the Sandstorms, Broadside, Springers, Astro Trains, Blitzwings, and Octanes of this world come a very close second to Apeface and Snapdragon, and I love them. I absolutely love. You may or may not know I have a thing about triple changers, just a thing, an inexplicable thing. 3 is the magic number. That's the only reason I can give for the fact that I absolutely love triple changers. Right, little Apeface. So little bit of BG, not enough to do you any harm. Your Bible, ladies and gentlemen, page 161, 1987, Series 4, Apeface. Saboteur, thoroughly obnoxious he is. Obnoxiousness is not a problem, it's an art, he says that apparently. Thoroughly obnoxious, pounds loudly on his chest plates, insults everyone he talks to, knocks over anyone in his way, never changes his lubricant. So he smells like a grease-encrusted turbo worm and spits fuel in public. Binary bonded to the nervous, insecure Nebulan. Spasma, sorry. In jet mode, maximum speed. Wow. 3,250 miles an hour. He's a fast, isn't he? Jesus. Emits powerful jamming frequencies in ape mode. Ape mode, yes. Has super agility in robot mode. Carries electro shield and semi-sonic boomer gun. And it is because he has an ape mode, a jet mode, and a bot mode. It's because Optimal Optimus also has those. That Optimal Optimus is so right for a repaint. Let's just show you this first of all. This is obviously his jet mode, and it's a Cybertronian jet mode, which is fine because Optimal Optimus has a Cybertronian jet mode. Now you can see I'm going to need a lot of black, a lot of grey, I think we call that. Don't you all have an Apeface? And this colour, whatever it is, it looks like cerise pink. I'm going to need some of this very funky purple. Nice. Look how tidy he is. He's just got stuff underneath. Visible fist syndrome, but hey, that's okay. It's okay. He's Generation 1. He can do whatever he likes, as far as I'm concerned. Yes, I am a bit biased when it comes to it. Now, this is his official mode, I believe. I quite like to display him like this, because these look a little bit like additional fins, don't they? It's not a bad thing. I just think it adds to him somewhat. So, why not? There's a single weapon, and of course, Optimal Optimus comes with a single weapon. It would make sense if it had 2. Snapdragon has 2, and it would be nice to have another one for the other side, but it doesn't come with it. Who's in here? He has a cockpit. Optimal Optimus has a cockpit. and he can fit his little driver in there. That's Nebulon Spasma. I will show you him in greater detail presently. Actually, I'll take him out now. I'll just show you this little guy. There's little Nebulon Spasma. Word of advice for headmaster owners: regularly exercise their legs. I would recommend it, but never move their arms. Just leave their arms as they are. They'll be fine with it. Trust me, because they break so easy. He doesn't look like an awful lot there. His face could do with a little bit of paint on it, couldn't it? Yeah. So, blocky little things, aren't they? But it doesn't matter. He has a cockpit. That cockpit's a nice colour. It's kind of a turquoisey, almost nice thing. Now, let me show you my Optimal Optimus in his hypersonic jet mode. One moment. So, this is my Optimal Optimus in his Apeface hypersonic jet mode. And indeed, in order to utilize these little turbines, I've made it so that he's like a VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing. And you can see the blast shields are kind of redundant for this mode. He is very much like a big, he's like a big slab of meat with wings. But you see, the official mode has his wings in the, the regular position, pointing backwards, inclined backwards. But I've inclined them forwards, just to be slightly reminiscent of Apeface here, because his are inclined forwards. I've just inclined them forwards like that. I just think it looks good. And his hands, you can see, there's not an awful lot you can do with the hands in this mode, because he's minus the blast shields, but it doesn't matter, because they look fucking stupid anyway. Now these, you can see, these are the wheels for his ground assault vehicle mode, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and take those off, because they're redundant in this mode. They'll be redundant in the Ape mode and also in the bot mode. But look, I like it. He's got big guns in his back. He's got a cockpit. He's got a working cockpit. So little Spasma, if he existed, and indeed he could, because I could take the tiny little Optimus Prime from the Revenge of the Fallen. Oh god, the big 747 or whatever his name is, and you get this little mini-con Optimus Prime, and he's the smallest Prime I've ever seen. But he would look quite nice in there. Just paint him purple and black and call him Spasma. So this is going to be the hypersonic jet mode. And obviously you can see what I'm going to need. These colours are going to match. The wings are going to be, if I can find this kind of cerise pink. Get this section on his back to mimic the shield, as you can see, like that. And then it's mostly down the side. I may even stay with this color, I don't know. There's lots of the Transmetal 2 goodness going on here. But I think it would look good. And you see for these big VTOL, these turbines at the bottom, they don't get in the way, because when you put the bot on the floor, he stands completely level because of these turbines at the back. Like the idea. I'm looking forward to seeing that in practice. Right, back to Apeface. Okay, so we'll take him to Ape mode. And of course, Optimal Optimus is Ape mode. Ape mode is very, very nice. Like the little problem with this guy is that there's just a little bit of cable hanging off the back. I say a little bit of cable. He's pretty much a big piece of back cable. Got to take little Spasma out, because of course he is also a triple changer. Basically, this entire section here hangs off the back. These little bits here form his legs, as you can see. And again, visible fished syndrome. Fished, I haven't used that word in a while. Fished from the bot, just sitting about there. But I remember when I was a kid and he first came out, I was so excited by this bot, because it was everything that I wanted in a bot. One alt mode was great. 2 alt modes was unbelievable. It was fantastic. And we had, the alt modes couldn't have been more different. We had a cybernetic ape and a Cybertronian jet, and then this awesome bot. Very simple transformation here, very nice. I love this, and he gives the best click. Nice, very nice, tasty bit of clicking going on. He's got these odd little fists, Captain Hook type fists. Very, very creepy. Little feet there now. Just take little spasm. It's so simple. In order to transform them, you just bend them over. This is Apeface's ape head mode. Obviously, I'm just looking at his little teeth there. I could pick that out, give it a nice bit of detail. Now, just stick it in a strange little place here, all the way at the back. It does go in there eventually. And you can see that what we've got left here is this. Now, it won't actually go to where it was initially. It won't go happily. And it can go to the side. It can go on that little port there, but it's just sticking in his hip. So I recommend, like everything else in G1, there's usually something you just have to kind of babysit in this other mode. This gun you can stick on him as well, but he'll have an armed hip. You know, we've seen sillier things obviously, but why not babysit that along with the blast shield? Just get these fists out of the way, because they don't look good and there's not an awful lot you can do with them. But this is his ape mode, and yes, you have to use your imagination a little bit, but that's fine. I don't mind. You can see that we're meant to think that he's obviously got his big long front limbs and his little short legs. There isn't much movement in this guy at all. You get a little bit of movement in the legs. Nice bit of movement in his arms. They're just long and it looks good. His head, it's inclined downwards all the time. You can't actually get him in the best poses at all, because he's not really one to stand at all very well. But I love how this guy looks. I love the colors. He looks like he's made out of Lego. He's very, very primitive, very, very basic. He's got a whole bunch of kibble, but this is the inception of Transformers. This is Transformers from the beginning, the evolution. This is like this is just after they've climbed out of the primordial swamp. Very, very nice. Now let's look at my ideas for Optimus repaint. So this is Optimal Optimus pretty much in his ape mode, and while not really resembling this guy at all, they are both big gorillas, and this guy with a little judicious painting, he's even got the ape face and the big sharp teeth. With a little judicious painting, could have the same livery as this guy. Got the same gait, the same long arms, the same big sharp teeth. He is infinitely more posable, certainly. And of course, he's got this rather problematic, this one looks a bit better, maximal symbol here. But he would need to be made into a Decepticon. So something could be done to that. So, it could be maybe smoothed over with a bit of epoxy cement, get a couple of nice stickers on it or something like that. But there's a lot of transmetallic here, but this paint will take fine. This is going to be matte black, this is going to be kind of cream, and his hands are then going to be this purple. You see, he's even got the same kind of hook. He's just ripe for that for the Apeface repaint, and I just wish Botcon. No, it's not going to happen, is it? But love it, absolutely love it. Great big gorilla, same gait, and I wanted to split them together, and they're going to look awesome. My painting skills are average, very average. They're because I've just started recently. They're getting a little better. Dry brushing is great because it's kind of beginner's guide to making something look shit hot. Nice big bot. Right, robot. Okay then, Apeface from gorilla to bot is quite simple. Take off the head. The arms, you just kind of put everything away, fold everything down. What do we do? These are obviously going to be the robot arms. So just get his little shoulder pads, shoulders in a certain way, and I'll show you. There is official modes and unofficial modes. I know what I like. Just fold these bad boys out of the way, and again, he's guilty of having a massive amount of kibble, but the slightly unforgivable sin here is that it doesn't want to stay up. There's no peg and port to lock it into place. There never was. And even Apefaces in the good old days probably had exactly the same problem. Um, so let me just do this again. There's his shoulders. I'll just fix him up nicely. That's the way his shoulders like to go, and indeed that does look a little better. Now, in order to transform Apeface Gorilla Head to Apeface Robot Head, you turn it around 180 degrees. We can open up the little hatch here. Being a headmaster, spirit strength, and very nice. He's quite strong, this guy. Yes, all good. But look at his face. His face is slightly optimistic because he's got this whole thing going on. It's slightly sound wavy, and he's got this mouth guard, you know, that a Prime and Soundwave do. Now let's just we can say hello again because Mom and Daddy have come home, so we can reacquaint them with their kids. The whatever photon yogurt blaster and the piss blast shield right there. So there's Apeface full bot mode. Now let's get Optimal Optimus up and do a little bit of composition. Thank you. So Apeface robot mode, Primal Prime robot mode. Look at Apeface's face. Yes. And Primal's face. You see, there's something similar. Some of the details in this guy could be thinned out a little bit. Like you can see where his eyes are in the very center, that kind of red. I can extend that red around the little silver bits on the outside. And suddenly this guy would look a lot more like him. And you can take the, get this purple stuff going on all around his face. The top of his legs here, purple, all the way. The bottom of his legs, a good old black. And you see then at the top of his arms here, these grey bits can be made purple just like his. And the rest of his body we can do hopefully cream. But there is quite a bit of judicious poetic license whenever you're painting a bot. Especially if you're transposing one character onto another existing bot, because the colors might not exactly match when you're in one mode and another mode. So the purple bits that were on Apeface might not be the same purple bits that are on this guy. So now the normal transformation for this guy is that his waist is 180 degrees, which gives him the same feet as the ape. But I always display my Primal Prime and my Optimal Optimus like this. I just rotate the waist 180 degrees and it just gives him a different feet. And again, I can take these off because they're just not needed. I think once this guy's finished, he'll look really good. Just a little bit of, you know, like I say, that little epoxy cement just to thin out some of the details. And also there's these big cavities where his blast shields do insert into. Hopefully I can cover that up because the blast shields are an absolute pain in the ass, and rather like the Supreme Cheetor, they kind of render him a little bit unplayable because they just go everywhere and it isn't so much fun really. But these two guys together, please let me know what you think. Now I know a lot of you have a lot of experience, and I have seen this guy painted as an Apeface before. But I haven't seen any clear and decisive pictures, if you know what I mean. Because I have Googled it. I've Googled Apeface or Optimal Optimus Apeface repaint, and I couldn't find anything. Maybe there is something I'm just missing. But let me know what you think. I'm very happy with the idea. I think they'll look great. Love Apeface. Absolutely love Apeface. My favorite triple changer, and we have quite a few from G1, but this is my favorite of this class anyway. Right, I'll let you see this when I'm finished. See ya.
Now that's what I call a robot in disguise.